Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another Closing Conversations. Happy to be here. Super excited. This is Closing Conversations, where we are calling leads within one of the best coaching programs in the nation, the Charged Up University. A lot of these leads are from the student group. We're using inside the group and now public and open to the public, offerbolt.io. It's the proprietary software. Shout out to Chris Jefferson and his team for putting that together, that allows bots to use AI to SMS, send text messages to sellers and engage leads. A lot of these leads are coming through OfferBolt, and you guys can check that out at offerbolt.io. And this closing conversation is, look, a lot of students are sending in their leads, their opportunities, and we're either setting them up to close, or we're actually trying to get the contract live on air so that you can go out and do this too in your own market, in your own areas, and go out and do more deals. That's the whole purpose for this. My name is Brandon Barnes. I'm here in the Metro Atlanta area, but I do deals all over the Southeast. And I got my buddy here, Kurt. Curtis, go on and introduce yourself to the folks.
Hey, what's going on, family? My name is Curtis. A lot of people call me Kurt. I'm out here in the Arkansas market, also doing deals out there in Memphis, Tennessee as well. You can follow me on Instagram at _Kurt Quillion on Instagram, on IG. And hey, Brandon, let's just get active, man. It's something in the air. I don't know what it is. It's something in the air, but man, I feel like we getting some deals today. So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's go. Look, this is the best time. This time of year, as you're leading up to springtime, going to summer, this is when folks definitely want to sell their deals. I'm gonna start us off with a call right here in my own backyard in Austell, Georgia, and see if we can get some folks on the phone so that you guys can hear how we negotiate these leads and get these deals done. 271 544. You can hear that, Kurt?
Loud and clear.
Kamal Kurdi.
All right. I'm double tap this one. He actually had a pretty
Kamal Kurdi.
No, he sent you.
banged on me. So he got to get the triple tap. I know he there. This was one of those, and I'm gonna call the next one through the app through OfferBolt, because I'm calling him from my phone, my personal phone, and it's different from the number that we text him from. We send out about 360 text messages every day to sellers. They're either the initial SMS or a follow-up SMS, and we're getting a good result where the bot is literally booking an appointment for us. And so it had that one set up for 11:30. So I'm gonna let them know that I couldn't make it, but I'm gonna keep calling them back. Kurt, I got one more, if you don't mind me just jumping in. Hey, that was
yeah, man. We're actually using OfferBolt in our business as well, bro. So it's actually being able to be here and having my employee sit at the bot, but the bot is actually having conversations with us, making this all possible. So shout out to OfferBolt.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna post a link to where you guys can find out a little bit more about OfferBolt.
Yeah.
So let me do this one other real quick, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you, Kurt.
Okay.
While I keep calling. Wow. Smithers. And guys, remember, look, use the chat, like and subscribe, of course. But if you guys have any questions, we'll be breaking down these calls right after we wrap them up, so you guys can ask any questions. Hey, Mr. Smithers.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? This is Brandon. I think we had an 11:30, and I was running a little late, but I just got back to the office. Is this still a good time to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Are you an investor or a realtor?
I'm an investor. My wife's a realtor, and we purchase all around the city. I love that area that you're in Sewanee. I actually did a deal over there recently. Is there a reason that you asked? Have you had good experiences with investors?
No, I just sold some property. I didn't do a cluster because it was rentals, so they couldn't do it. They wouldn't. The association wouldn't let them investors buy the property.
Was it because they wanted to rent the property out?
Yeah, they wanted to rent it, and they changed the covenant years ago and said it's owner occupied only.
Okay, well, look, that's fine because in certain
we are now, not in this house. This is other properties we sold.
Okay, I got it.
This house is our main house.
Okay, got it. Well, yeah, I mean, I've had experiences with that too, where we got a property that we couldn't rent, but we just, instead of doing, a fix to rent, we just did a fix and relist. So we cleaned it up really nice, all new upgrades, and we put it back on the market. We can do that strategy. I would love to look at this one. Is this the last property that you own or your primary residence?
Here in Georgia, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, look, and I do buy all over the Southeast. So I would be interested in some of those others. But in reference to the one here in Sewanee, what were you hoping to get for it?
You throw me a number and I'll tell you how far off you are.
Look, I know the old saying, right? Whoever throws out their number first loses, right? And so I definitely understand
Probably
that.
1.3. If we would take that 1.3, and it's up to my wife to decide. House next door just went 1.2.
Got it. But so with that one that went 1.2, do you know if they like completely did, HGTV style upgrades and marble countertops and all that stuff?
It had granite in. It had granite lower deck, 5 bedrooms, which we are 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, 2-car garage, a little over half an acre.
Got it. And I know this neighborhood probably most of the houses have been, kept up really nice. But sometimes when
the master bath was all redone with marble, frameless shower, bathroom put downstairs, full bar. The bar alone, I had a guy say the bar is probably worth, anywhere from $150,000 up is what the bar would cost to replace. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever considered listing the property on the open market, or is there a reason why? I have a realtor that I work with that would sell it. Okay. She's been asking me for about a year to list it. Okay. So is there... and she's sold other properties of ours. Got it. Is there a reason why you're considering selling at this point? If we get our price, we'll sell and move. Got it. But no other reason than that? Like you aren't planning to move already, were you? No, it's in the works. Our children are trying to get us to sell downsize. It's about 5,000 square feet, and there's just 2 of us. They're trying to get us to downsize, but we're just figuring what we're doing. Got it. So I have 2 companies coming now, so I can't walk out on them. Got it. And so what I see, selling nearby, I definitely see homes selling around that mark, kind of at the top of the market, but there's a few that are sold as is. A bit lower, 870, 950, 758. Typically when we are looking to invest, we're looking for something that's kind of, as is that, could use some of those updates. That's kind of where we add value by just completely redoing it or completely updating it, and then we can sell it. Right. But this has all been done. I mean, roof is new. ACs were replaced. They're updated. It has a home warranty on everything. Okay. Master bath's already done. Hose pending, painted inside, outside. One deck has all been replaced, painted, railings and everything. It's got a lower deck with enclosed roof.
Okay.
Backs up to water.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's got a lot of positive.
Nice. Well, yeah.
A lot
Well,
of
it,
positives.
it may not be a fit for what we kind of traditionally do. We do have an option where we can actually kind of get it all prepped and ready to take to the open market and then just handle that whole process. It's a little bit of a longer close. But you know, if you're open to an offer like that, maybe I can get closer to, you know, where you want to be.
If we do anything with the realtor, it's strictly the realtor I deal with.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
I won't give it to anybody else. I have people that want it all the time, and I don't know.
Okay.
When we're ready, there's one realtor that gets it, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I appreciate your time. I want to hold you. You know, I think that you have, like I said, a great home. You know, especially it's been updated. I think at the top of the market, you're going to be able to get that number probably through your agent.
Right. Okay. Appreciate the call. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right now. Hey guys, that was definitely a retail lead. I'm gonna hand it off to Curtis. Sound like he might have somebody ready to speak. But I want to at least say that you guys kind of got to know when to kind of back away and know that, hey, this house is not a good fit for me. You know, the most expensive house that I've ever done was like $550, and it was really for the land value. You know, you can wholesale houses near $1 million, right? If the ARV is, you know, 1.5 or 2, right? But when you're talking those high end numbers, you can pretty much get a feel right away if that person is even a good you know, option, or you would be a good option for that person. So I think he needs to sell that on the open market with the realtor. I did soft pitch a novation just to see if he would consider, you know, allowing us to handle that process for him, but he was dead set on using his agent. So I don't even think that would work. And then you can't really, I mean, you could maybe do something creative, you know, high end, but when you're doing things creatively, you're either going to, you know, get another tenant involved, which that's not going to work, or, you know, you could like resell it as like a lease purchase option or something like that. But at those high end prices, there's not a big pool of buyers, tenant buyers for you. So I went on a cut bait and got out of there. Kurt, if you got somebody that you're on with, I'll hand it off to you and call my next one. If anybody has any questions.
All right, B. Sorry about that, man. I had got a phone call from the title company, man. Had to pick that one up.
Oh no, I know how that go.
Yeah, I did end up hearing the call from, man. Y'all numbers get. Well, you're saying 785 as in 785,000.
Yeah. That one was in Sewanee. And honestly, for this market, when you go north of the perimeter, like it's all super expensive. You can go northeast and northwest, but due north is super expensive. So I don't even pull data in that area. But I have done a deal in Sewanee around like 350. But his is just one of them super high end in the same county, same city. So it just wasn't a good fit.
Yeah, when I was saying 1, 2, 3, I was like, is he saying 1.23 million? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, man,
yeah.
I probably my mind can't even compute that.
I mean, look, I've done deals up that way where ARV was like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, but we got under contract for like 550. You know what I mean? And so, you know, you can do deals when you get the, you know, property under contract, you know, close to half of ARV. Marsha, yeah, that was Atlanta. I was up in Sewanee. Ian asked a question. What about property that's been on the market for several months to keep dropping the price and it's still not selling? You can definitely do on market deals. They're tougher to move at times. With you know, I have a lot of cash buyers that don't like putting offers on stuff that's on the open market. I don't know why, honestly, but I typically say like you want to be ideally 50K below list price. That's where you can kind of start your offers. Maybe you can squeeze it 40, maybe 30, but it has to be a great deal. And so if you got somebody that's been on the market for a minute, and Sheila has it listed at 265, They even offered 230 and they didn't take it. It's probably not a good fit. Because I would be going in like 215, 210, maybe 220. And then you're offering to your buyers a well below list price. And then you should try your hardest to get them to take down the listing. You know what I mean? As soon as you engage them and start making contact. So great question, man, because that definitely comes up. But yeah, start off 50K. I know guys that were doing that when the market got really tight. They just started making offers to everything on the market for longer than 60 to 90 days, 50K below list price. And they did deals that way. So you can definitely do it, but you got to be significantly below the list price.
Yeah, now I'm just so indifferent about that. But obviously, you gave really great advice, Brandon. So it's no need to kind of go on top of it. It's just if it's on the market for me, I think my time is best used where it needs to be used, and that's off market.
Me too. I didn't really go after that strategy myself. I know people that do it. I know like that the Keegley model, what they do, Jamil Damji and them, they do a lot of on market offers. What's the other dude? Ed Norton, or Jerry Norton. That be on YouTube.
Yeah,
They do a lot of on market. Privy, you know what I mean? That's a great on market tool, but you got to focus on that, and I would prefer not to. So I'm definitely gang no listing, no market, no off market.
yeah, I know this. I don't even want to see it.
Right.
All right, let's go down there to Richmond, man. Let's see what they got going on in Richmond, VA.
Yeah, see if you can get them on the horn.
Let's see what we do here.
If you like what you're watching, you want to give us some likes. We're here for you.
Hello. Mr. Sneed, can you hear me?
Who's this?
This is Curtis. How you doing today?
Good. Who's Curtis?
Man, you know what? It looks like you had spoke to someone out of my office, maybe David, about a property out there on North 29th Street in Richmond.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man. I wanted to kind of just take a step back. Man, I'm kind of late to the phone call, but man, I was wondering if that's one of the ones that you may be considering to sell.
Yeah, who are you with? What real estate?
Yeah, so I'm with right now Property Solution, but man, we're buying out there in Richmond, VA as well. Man, okay. Why are you looking to sell this one? Kind of catch me up to speed on it.
I was looking to move for work.
Okay, is that one of them? Yeah. Is that one of those things where they pressing you to move?
They're not pressing me, but it was just more opportunity out there.
For real, man. Congratulations! I know that'd be special for you and your family.
I appreciate that, but it's kind of a lot, so I am not fully committed yet. I mean, I'm fully committed to moving, but the job it's just really demanding.
What's making it a lot for you?
The travel. I'm traveling right now.
For real?
I'm away from my family a lot. Yeah, I'm in New York right now.
New York.
Yeah, upstate New York.
Really? Oh man. Yeah. You know what? I've never kind of gotten into like the traveling jobs. It's just because like I got a 4-year-old son, man. So like me, just being away from him, he with his mama, and his mama calling, stressing.
It's hard.
It's terrible. But
my kids are a little older though, but still, it hurts to be away so long.
Yeah, but hey man, you know, sometimes what the hardest decisions, the best ones for our family. So I definitely know how you considering.
I'm doing it for them.
Man, if you're kind of not on the fence, what's the timeline if I can get an offer approved? What's the timeline for you to be able to make that decision?
Oh, I mean, we're set on selling the house. It's just I was talking about committing to the job.
Okay,
man. 90 days, maybe.
90 days. Okay.
That's we're looking at summer to actually officially move. We were thinking about summer.
Okay. And the reason why I ask, because sometimes, man, if it works for the both of us, say like if we come to an agreement, everybody has different situations. Some people need 30 days, some people need 60. So we would just date the agreement back however far we needed to make it convenient for you. So
the sooner the better, honestly. But yeah,
the sooner the better.
Yeah. So you're an investor?
I am. Okay. I am. So man, how much were you hoping to walk away with something on that house on North 29?
hopefully like 300.
Hopefully 300.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be ideal.
That would be ideal. Okay.
I think the equity is like, I think it's up to three. Last I checked, like 339 or 29, something like that.
Okay. 329, 330. Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
Now let me ask you this, man. And I'm gonna straight shoot it to you. Have you done any renovation to that house in the last few months or anything?
Nothing major now.
Okay. So would you say that like have you replaced the roof, the HVAC, anything like that?
Nothing like that. No, they're in pretty good shape.
It's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
HVAC's been well, roof's fine.
How old would you say that stuff? How old would you say the HVAC is?
That might be the original. I know maybe 15 years, the HVAC anyway.
Okay.
But we've only been there 5 years.
Yeah, I've only been there for 5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Have you considered listing this property on the market with the realtor?
I have actually. Me and my wife talked about that briefly. That's just new territory for us.
Okay.
But we have considered it.
Okay. So, and if you somebody was obviously a little lower than the 300,000 to actually make it work, is that something that you all would just kind of, is that the route that you all were thinking that you would want to go?
Possibly, yeah. Okay. We talked briefly about it.
Briefly. Okay. Well, man, what I will say is that I don't think we're too far off from getting something done. But if I'm being realistic and having a conversation with you at 300,000, and if the property is worth at best, right, 315, 320. I know you're saying 330, but typically people are getting that from Zillow. And man, the way that the market is right now with interest rates being so high, I mean, nobody's in the mood for properties to be sitting on the market for 8 to 10 months for it to be able to sell, right?
What is the interest rate right now? It's like 6.
If you can get a 6%, I think you'll be blessed. You know, but
my gosh.
Yeah, if you can get a 6%, I think you'll be blessed. But right now, man, from what we're currently seeing is 7 to 8%, and that's just pretty much having a regular credit score to be able to make it happen. Man, are you?
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's tough out there. It's tough out there. So
we at, I think it was 2.8.
Y'all at 2.8 right now?
Yeah, 2.85, I think, when we got it.
Okay. Man, that's not bad. That's not bad. I haven't heard of that one in a long time.
I know.
Man, and I actually like, and that kind of bring it down to my point on this one, man. Like they got a few properties, about a block away or two from yours, man. That's been listed a lot lower, and man, they're sitting on the market right now for the next. It looks like one has been on the market for 8 months, and it's right down the street. So it's
really?
just, yeah, man. It's like, and it's just tough out there right now. It's really tough. So are you saying that if you can't get the 300,000, you'll be just willing to keep the property and
possibly? I mean, we're looking to pay off some debt.
Okay.
We just want it to be worth it.
Okay. How much? If I'm being nosy, man, how much debt you looking to pay off on this one?
My wife and I combined, maybe like 50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm about to put some pen to the paper on this one. Let's see what we can do. But even if we came down to a number that may possibly work, I'll still kind of shoot an offer out to you depending on what the finance department say. Would you still need to bring your wife in on the conversation, or how does that work?
Yeah, definitely. I want her to be on the same page.
Okay. Is she probably available in the next 2 or 3 minutes for us to be able to all talk?
I know she's got some meetings, but I could check with you.
Okay. Here, why don't you try sending her a text? And man, while you're sending her a text, I'll give a call from the finance department to kind of see what's the best number that I think we can come up with on this one. Just kind of all considering what the property condition is and what we're hoping and thinking we can actually get it done for, and see where we can go from there. Is that okay?
I can see if I could bring her in the call real quick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And actually, while you're doing that, let me speak to Brandon. He's right down the hall, man. Let me shoot him let me stick my head in there. All right, hold on 1 second. Brandon, you think so? We need to be at 250 on this one.
I gotta pull it back up. I know Sterling said that He'll do 250 to 270 on a novation, but it sounds like you're talking cash offer right now, right?
Right. And I'm trying to see if I can go sell 2. But I mean, that 50K might be kind of tough. So I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
let me jump in it and
Hey,
see.
Hey, what's up?
He got his wife
hey,
on.
I just added you
You
to
ready
this
to work?
call. He's not on here now, but this realtor, another realtor.
Oh, well, I'm glad I wasn't being weird when I answered the phone.
No, he stepped off to talk to somebody financial thing, but
Or,
just want to get you on here if you're free. You don't have no meetings right now.
no, I don't have a meeting right now.
All right, good.
I am good until 3 p.m.
Kind of sound like me.
Right.
How you doing?
Hey, yeah, this is my wife Tiffany on.
Hey, Miss Tiffany, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How's it going?
It's going well. I can't complain. Brandon's actually kind of running over some things for me right now. So if y'all can give me just like 2 or 3 more minutes, I wanted to kind of see how either far away or close we can kind of get you all to move and see if we can kind of get you all kind of accomplishing what you need to. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hold on 1 second for me.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm in investor base right now.
Okay.
So
Erlen coming. He said,
are you back in New York?
Yeah, I got about 27 minutes till I get to the UPS store, and then it's pretty
paid
close.
255, paid
Did you
240,
did you figure out what hotel you want to be at?
It's close to there. I
paid
think like
260.
maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get it to
Oh, it's better than
250,
an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish tonight though. I want people to fly me out of here. I'm done.
I mean, there's some lower ones, but there's also
around. You know what I mean? Send me home.
Yeah.
paid 246. I think you're right
Exactly.
within range. If you get it right around 250.
Okay. Let me see.
Oh, because it's cash.
Yeah, they probably shopping around for something cheaper, but they want $5K for that. Man,
$5K for a suicide?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
A shotgun? Absolutely not.
Hello?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know nothing about trucking. I wasn't peeping in, but that does, I may agree with her. That may sound crazy. All right, Miss Tiffany.
I'm not scraping up nobody's brain for only $5K. No, thank you.
Well, I think you may got a point on that one. I ain't gonna argue with you. I don't argue with my wife, so there you go. And if he's smart, I know he don't argue with you either. So here's the thing. Like, I'm just taking everything from a more of a realistic standpoint of what we will be able to want and accomplish, and by purchasing the property. So we will have to be purchasing this property, putting in some of the more necessary repairs, like the HVAC that's 15 years old. We will be wanting to replace that. I know he was kind of talking about some roof and things like that, but more concerning, I know that the biggest thing that you all want to accomplish is that you all want to kind of pay down some debt and kind of get yourselves moved. But if I wasn't at the 300, what's to you, Miss Tiffany? What's the best number that you think realistically that you will be able to kind of come up with to be able to walk away cash at closing, no commissions, no closing costs, not sitting the property up there for the next 6 to 8 months. Now you're moving and you have to pay bills and stuff like that. Like, what's the best that you think you can kind of work with us here?
That's the thing about it. That 300 is already a huge loss, given what the house is worth, given the fact that this neighborhood is in the middle of gentrification and the houses around us are going for higher than that. Like, we have to consider all that, plus the fact that it's right outside of historical Church Hill. So you've got all the protected community centers that people in the neighborhood have access to, the brand new school, which people have access to. They're about to redo the middle school and high schools in the next few years too. So at this moment, 300 is already a major loss for this neighborhood. And like, definitely, you know, we do want to walk away with all that. But the problem with it is that anything lower than 300 is, I feel like, almost like a slap in the face. Even if this house doesn't get knocked over and these row houses built like they're doing on either side of us and down the street, even if this house stands exactly like it is, anything under 300 is crazy because this would be one of the only remaining houses that stand alone, that's more than 1,400 square feet, that has 4 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms, and quite frankly, the best yard on the block. It just doesn't feel fair for under 300.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I'm always going to default to what my husband wants to do because I trust his judgment and his leadership. So whatever he feels is going to be fine with me.
Okay. Well, so I was thinking, and I appreciate, and I see you guys got that strong couple thing going on, so that's pretty cool. So I was thinking that, well, even if you listed the property on the market, right, with the commission that it'll take 8% commission. I mean, that's $24,000 that you'll have to pay a realtor. And then closing costs, and that's not even considering the seller concession that somebody may want to come in and say, well, hey, we do want to, if we're going to pay $300,000 at a 7%, 8% interest rate, we're going to want a new HVAC. We're going to run a new roof. So we're going to want at least $10,000 in seller concession. I mean, realistically, you'll still be coming under that 300,000 mark. Assuming that you went with the realtor, and now I'm thinking like best case scenario for you all. But for us, if I was like, would you be open if, because it is a mortgage, and this is a personal question, is it a mortgage on this property?
Yeah.
Okay. If somebody was able to take over the mortgage for the property and give you a down payment, is that something you think you'll be open to, Mr. Sneed?
To give us a down payment?
Yes, sir.
But ultimately, we would still be responsible for the house if they defaulted.
Well, so the plan is not to be able to give you a down payment, put money inside the property to do the necessary repairs, and just to give it back to you. That's just like giving you a brand new house, and we just paid all the money for it. Now, although that may seem crazy in the grand scheme of things, but that's just not the most.
Like, what's the catch?
Yeah, that's it's not a catch. So what I want to do is I want to see how close I can kind of get to that 300,000 mark, being realistic and considering that we were gonna pretty much be a little bit under. And even if you listed it on the market, you'll still receive a little bit under the 300,000. So I want to see like if we could maybe take over the mortgage and then give you a down payment, and that may kind of get you kind of a little bit closer up to that 300,000, if not right on with what you actually need.
So you mean like basically y'all buy the house for whatever the loan is left to pay off, and then you would give us what the equivalent would be to put a down payment or clear debt or whatever else it is, as far as like a cash walk away?
Correct. So we would be technically taking, depending on where the mortgage is, and I don't know what that information is, but depending on where the mortgage is, right, we would take over the mortgage. We will be making those active payments to the mortgage company monthly. We will be giving you a down payment, and then that way it'll kind of leave us a little room to be able to go in and do the necessary repairs. But from our standpoint, we'll be able to go in and do the necessary repairs to go and then sell it on the market with everything being completely done, because 300,000 is just so close to, and what I'm actually seeing on the MLS at the moment is so close to 315. I know, Mr. Sneak, you were kind of saying that you think the house can be sold for 330, and I never argue with a man I'm trying to do business with. Never. I'll never do that. That doesn't put me in any good situation or standpoint, especially when I'm trying to do business. But realistically, man, I'm seeing houses being sold 310 and 315, and that was months ago. And obviously, like I said, interest rates, Trump in the office, who knows what's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 months while we're under maybe a small renovation to be able to get this done. So I'm just kind of trying to see what's the best case scenario that I can do without trying to give you an offer that's much lower than 300,000. Because if grand scheme of things, if I wanted to just kind of give you a number, I would technically have to kind of be somewhere in between 250 to 260 on it. And before she started cussing me out on the phone, See, I got ahead of it. Before she started, kind of, being like that. But I'm just trying to see what possible way we can do to make it work.
And this is just my opinion. Like, they're going to do, what he feels is right. But I think ultimately, if we were able to walk away with, not having the mortgage in our, in our names or whatever, and then still being able to clear off that debt or be able to put a down payment on a house, I'm straight. I just don't want to be put in a situation where we done sold our house and then we can't move nowhere.
Nah, I get you, Miss Lee, 100%. So I guess, Mr. Derek, it's between me and you on this one. I mean, it sounds like we're all on the same page. We just gotta agree on a number to see if we can make things practical. But I mean, like I said, man, you can 100%. We can leave this call. You say, man, I just listen with a realtor. Holding calls 6 to 8, maybe 10 months down the line. Shoot, man, they got a house on the market right now. It's been sitting for 8 months now. It hasn't moved. Several price reductions. We obviously you can roll the dice on that one and still be responsible for it. But I'm trying to at least offer something that can be more practical in your hand, and we can get you where you need to be less than 90 days.
Okay. Well, another realtor, they offered us $270.
You say that for one more time.
That was another realtor I spoke to. They offered us $270.
Realtor you spoke with, they offered you $270 cash.
Yeah, $270 cash. Yeah.
Man, why you ain't take that?
We were still talking about it.
Okay.
Still talking about it, and ultimately, if we,
because we still wanted, 300. This is pretty recent, so.
The other thing is, we don't want to have to be forced to move out immediately. You know what I mean? We still would have to secure housing, and I don't know if he told you, but we got a lot of freaking kids.
Hey, listen, I don't got a lot of kids, but I got one that feel like a lot. Just saying.
Oh yeah, we got 3 minors, 1 adult, and a grandson on the way.
Ooh,
so
okay, you got me. I just got a 4-year-old. So, well, this is what I can say is that we wouldn't be asking you to move out just immediately, right? We can give you some time to find your next spot. We can give you some time to make sure you get to your next destination. And I may even can speak to Brandon and see if I can squeeze out some moving fees, maybe get you guys a U-Haul or something like that, and it may help you out. But typically when realtors make when they make these offers, it's prior to some type of inspection. What I'm willing to do is I'm willing to come in, give you a cash offer, set out a closing, and make sure you're good in the next 90 days. And we can, like I said, I can speak to Brandon and see if I can actually, whip up some moving fees out of my yearly bonus. I can, we get these yearly bonuses. I don't mind using a yearly bonus or something to whip out some moving fees for you all to see if we can get something done. But if I'm gonna do all that, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page and putting you in a good position to be able to do it.
All right.
So let me see. I'm a chat with him real quick, but I think I may be able to get a little closer to the 270. I'm not really sure what he's gonna say. Just give me a few seconds, but I'm thinking that whenever he was speaking to me, he was like, hey, man, we really gotta stay between 250 to 255, especially if we're gonna be getting smacked with the market out here. But if I can get him to come up a little bit, how would you guys feel if, I don't know, I haven't checked with him just yet, but if he said, I don't know, 260, and we were able to get you some moving services, maybe get you closed out, and make sure that we make sure that you get to your next spot, you don't have to worry about it, and make sure that this is a seamless, easy process for you.
That could work.
That could work?
Yeah, that could work.
Okay. So you're saying if I go back here and get Brandon to come up to 260, we can get a deal done today?
I mean, we'd be preferable to 265 plus the moving stuff.
You know what? I would love to get to 265, but I just know that when I left his office, he was like, he literally, because I'm the one that say, hey man, they need this. And I come back and I try to get it for him. But he was like, Curtis, 255. 255. So, but I definitely think I can get him to come to 260 and get this done. But I just want to make sure if I'm gonna do all this and give us some of my bonus to be able to get it done on the moving services, that I can get it done for you all. Closing costs paid.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think, Mr. Sneak?
It sounds good.
We can worry about the moving costs too. I mean, like that would be straight.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to work it out. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So if I can get back there and get him to say 260, are we good to go, Mr. Sneak?
Oh, we might be. I'm not full set, but yeah, we're close.
We close. So what?
Yeah.
Before I step into this office, man, what's kind of holding you back? Let's talk about it.
Just want to make sure I know my wife's here talking to you, but I want to be certain that we're on the same page. Like this is what we want.
Okay. Well, let me get back here. I'll speak to him. I'll give you guys time to think about it. Let's see what we can do, and if I can do anything a little bit over, a little bit, or at 260, I'll shoot for the best shot I got. Okay.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Bro, that's pushing. That's pushing it. That's really pushing it. I've been looking at this whole time.
Yeah. I mean,
so you talking about buying a house, like interest rates are crazy
talking now
compared to what we got right now.
He talking.
I'm okay with not buying another house. I'm okay with using whatever's left to pay off debt and put that, on an apartment.
Yeah.
Until something that we really, really, really love comes up. Mm-hmm. My thing is, I just don't want to be
tough to squeeze.
Where we are.
We got to stay at 255.
And I'm okay with not buying another house right now because frankly, we can do without all the maintenance costs.
I done scrolled batch. I done scrolled.
I kind of miss having somebody.
Zillow, I done scrolled prop streaming, and also investor base.
Cutting grass.
Yeah.
Rehab is 350, but it's nice. I don't think it's gonna need a lot. It might be even something that we're willing to take it down and clean it out ourselves like a hotel.
We got the experience of knowing what we want and don't want going forward too.
It's just those interest.
They talking about it right now.
The interest rate is mad low.
I think he gonna. If I came back and said 260, I think he'll take it.
The thing is, like you said, like the interest rate is stupid low. So like if you were able to sub to it, that it would be a great deal. But the cash offer, I mean, I would try to hold firm at the cash offer, but then still go back to that. I think that's the best play because it's gonna be tough if you go above 260.
All right, but if I can get 260 on the dot, you think
it's gonna be tough? But maybe. I mean, it's worth it. Like when you within that range, that close, I feel like going and get under contract and then let your buyers tell you, what is really worth, and then we might have to go back for reduction.
Do I need to prep them for the innovation?
Yo, that's crazy. I'm glad that never happened.
Yeah, I was like, that worked out. I had no idea that was a thing. Like,
90 days.
Trump just wrecking things right now.
Yeah, I think you can get it done in innovation. I think on the open market, lower, especially if it's clean, I think it'll go at innovation. Just to a cash buyer investor, it's gonna be tough at that number.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I'm prepping for the innovation on a 90-day close.
That would have sucked.
And if not, we'll go sub 2 and we'll go that route.
Okay.
And a lady there, I didn't know her too well, but I didn't know she died recently. She was just about to retire.
Damn, one of the agents?
No, she worked. She was a manager in operations.
Hey, Mr. Sneed, you there?
In the daytime. Yeah.
All right. So, man, I was able to go back there and speak to Brandon, and unfortunately, it was a but this time because, this market is just so crazy right now. And it's just numbers are just undeniable right now with these properties still being listed on the market. And so, and the thing about it is that when you got a 1,700 square foot property that's listed less than what your property is for, and it looks nicer, when people are in the market, they're gonna go with the bigger house, the nicer house, than you trying to put some lipstick and paint on the wall to be able to sell the house. And essentially for us, that's basically what we will be trying to do. is buy this property at a ticket high, what to kind of make you all seemingly happy, us not so happy, right? And we go in and do the very minimal thing as possible to be able to put it on the market and make a return. But when you're doing that and you got a house right here that's completely rehab, nicer than yours, bigger than yours, I mean, I think Miss Sneed can even agree that shoot, she gonna go for that house. Why would they buy this house when they can go buy this house and it's cheaper? So, I think he really was kind of dead set at me at the 255, but I was willing to be able to pay a little bit more into the deal myself to kind of move the needle up a few more extra thousand. But if we're gonna do a cash offer, we would have to be about 255, 256. I maybe we can go 257 on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the market is so tough, man. It's not just us. Like everybody's pretty much feeling it at the moment.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So, but I do got a couple options for you. So we could either do the 257 cash, right? We can do the 257 cash, and that can be more of a 30 to 45 day type of close. Or we could look at this from a perspective of 90 days, Miss Need, and we can do 260 on a 90-day scale. But our strategy is that we're gonna partner in with you to be able to get this sold. We're gonna get it in front of our best realtor possible in the office. She's gonna list it for us at a price point she thinks it can sell, and once that buyer comes in, we're gonna pay you all at closing within 90 days. Or we could take over the mortgage. I don't mean to toss so much information at you. Or we could take over the mortgage, and we could give you a down payment. If we take over the mortgage, give you a down payment, and then but in all these options, we would still be able to kind of do something as far as moving. I think Brandon is actually pinging me right now. 1 second, let me see if he said something different in there. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, mention that timeline on that.
Okay.
If you do a down payment, like it'll be like 2 years and it's resold, or
You want to
I
know what
don't
the
know if you
numbers
post
of
about
down
that
payment
loan.
gonna be?
Yeah. What's that? I mean, 10%, it would be what,
Yeah,
250, 260, or 25,000.
I go 2% of the market.
Yeah, probably try to cut that in half, but you give them a timeline for it. Like, this will be something we sub to it for so many years. We like to do 5, and it's fully paid off.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Sneed. So yeah, and even on us taking over the mortgage, what that would look like is that our plan is to still take over the mortgage, finish the rehab on the property and get it to where it really needs to be to sell it on the market. But sometimes that can take anywhere between 5 to 7 years. Minimum, what we like to do is hold the property out for 5 years and kind of play the interest rate game. And hopefully we see some decreases in interest rates in the next 3 to 4 years. So, but whenever we do that, we go bank standard. So, in the bank standard right now, whenever you're putting a property down, putting down payment on a property, you're anywhere between 5 to 10%. So, and that's of the purchase price.
Okay.
So I guess.
So if you bought it for 260, then it would be 26,000
at best case scenario.
And we would have to wait 5 to 7 years for that.
Sometimes less.
No, it's sometimes less. But so keep in mind, you're not responsible for the mortgage and anything that happens to the property. We are. So in this process, sometimes it can be a little less than 5 years. But like I said, it's when they change so much in office, everything just messed everything up. So like I said, we really try to kind of play the interest rate games, and we possibly can see a break. I will hope so in the next 3 to 4 years. So if that's the case, then it will be a lot sooner than that. But we will always communicate with you and say, hey, we're about to get ready to list this thing. We're about to get ready to sell it, or we already got an offer that we accepted that worked for us. We may have gotten out of the deal because we just like, hey, we don't want to hold it anymore. So let's just go ahead and get out of it. Interest rates not going down; they steady climbing on us. So we accepted an offer on it that cleared your mortgage, cleared you out, cleared us out, and you were able to kind of just walk away scot-free, while accomplishing everything you need to in your new place, in your new state.
All right, we got some to think about.
What are you thinking, Mrs. Sneed?
I'm just researching the pros and cons of doing it that way currently.
What you think, Mrs. Sneed?
Yeah, I'm not fully committed yet. I'm still kind of, I don't know.
You're hoping for the 260?
Well, that's not the biggest hang up, but it's all of it together. Definitely, of course, we want more, but
yeah,
I know the market is crazy right now, so I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you guys do a mortgage takeover, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the loan would still technically be like in Derek's name, right?
Correct.
Okay. But would you guys, so one of the cons that I'm seeing is that the loan terms could be restructured. So you guys could potentially go in and restructure the term of the loans, which would cause us to pay more potentially, depending on the restructure in terms of it. So that's a pretty big con that I keep seeing.
Well, you know what? I didn't even know that was possible. But if you got a 2% interest on a loan, there's nowhere in the world that I'm gonna go in and restructure anything off a 2% interest.
Right.
I haven't seen that in maybe 6 to 7 years, if probably longer than that. So I think you may be thinking of a loan modification, and that could be possible, but it's no way. It's I don't even want to kind of go down that rabbit hole because obviously that's just something that we just would not be looking to do because it just wouldn't be in the best interest of us, especially with you having a 2% interest. Like that's not anything that's heard of right now in the moment.
Right, but it's still not a guarantee. Like not going down that particular rabbit hole isn't, saying that it couldn't happen. It's just saying that it's not likely to happen. There'd be no guarantee that it wouldn't be something that came up or that happened because of some other like weird one-off or extenuating circumstance. Well, that's the part that I'm concerned about. Like I would honestly need to dissect a contract.
Yeah, 100%.
And look at all of that.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I'm willing to put that in an agreement, but if you have a 2% interest, it's no way in the world I am going to trade a 2% interest for an 8% interest in 2025.
Oh no, and I'm not saying like, that's something that would happen, but even though it's not something that, any rational human being would do, we also reelected Trump. So that's not something a rational human being would do, and here we are. So my my hope is just trashed right now.
Well, I guess we do got one hope for everybody, and we hope to be able to work something out to get you all to where you need to be. So, how about this, Mr. Sneed? What's your calendar looking like for a little bit more so in the evening time today?
It's unpredictable, man. I'm still out here. I'm trying to go home. I can get called out anywhere else. It's a lot. I don't know, but I'm free typically. I mean, I could talk in a day, probably afternoon. But I'll still be working, simultaneously.
Okay. Let me shoot over. Let me shoot. Hold on 1 second for me. I think Brandon's pulling me away. 1 second.
Just get the PITI and the existing loan balance. You're gonna need those.
While I got you on here, before I let you all go, I want to send over these options to you, to your text or by email. Mrs. Sneed, do you know what your loan balance is at the moment?
I think it's 230 something, 234.
Okay.
I could be wrong. It's somewhere in that ballpark range.
Okay. Around that 234 mark. Do you
Something like that.
know what your PITI is? Your principal,
No,
interest, taxes, and insurance. Like what's your,
I do not.
I think you said your interest was
Pay
2 point. What do you pay?
2.8.
2.8. What's your monthly payment?
It fluctuates because of the taxes. 1740, something like that.
1740. Okay. And you don't know if that includes your taxes and insurance?
It does.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Okay, cool. Okay. And you said so let's do this. Like they do in boxing, everybody goes to their corners, right? We all chill out. All right. I'm gonna shoot over these. Options to your text or what's your email address? How about that? Let's do that.
That's my last name, Sneed, S.
Okay. I'll send over I'll look at again with Brandon, send over some options to your email. Before I do that though, I want to have another conversation, Mr. Sneed, me and you, or me, you and Mrs. Sneed again, and just kind of like seeing what we can do. And if I'm the right buyer for you, I like to get it done. But if I'm not the right buyer for you, it was a pleasure talking to you all. Okay.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Okay. What time this evening you think we can nail something down? Possibly.
This evening?
Yeah, this evening or
Say it again. I'm sorry.
yes, sir. This evening, more so late afternoon.
5:30, maybe 6.
6. I think I can do 6 o'clock. Okay. All right. I do actually have an appointment at 6 o'clock, but I'm gonna move them over to speak to you. So I just wanted to make sure that you'll be down for the call at 6. Are you in Eastern or?
Am I what?
Are you in Eastern time right now?
Yeah, Eastern.
Eastern. Okay. All right. Hey, Miss Sneed, it was a pleasure talking with you. I wish I had my wife on the phone. We probably all would have had a good time.
It was nice talking to you too.
All right. Y'all take care of it, Miss Sneed. I'm gonna give you a call at 6 o'clock. I know y'all gonna talk about me when I leave. You know how y'all do.
No, we're not.
Yes, y'all leave. Yes, y'all. And I enjoy speaking with y'all. Okay. Next time.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Shit.
Good stuff.
Huh.
That was a good call. That was a great call, and a lot of people got to hear how you maneuver and always with the rapport. That was dope.
Man, I'm so disappointed though. I'm so disappointed.
Nah, don't be, because that's, I mean, you got them right where you want them to be. Like, it's always great, you know what I mean, on a one call close, right? But something like this got a lot of different moving parts, especially if you wrap it up, you know, and sub 2. That the PITI is high for a 2 point something interest.
I would think it's
Anything high?
like, I think I was just knowing they was gonna say like 1,100, 1,000.
Right, and we could work with that.
We could definitely work with that.
But man, that was great, bro. That was still good. I know a lot of people got a lot out of that. If anybody got any questions, definitely let us know in the chat. You got any questions? Was there any parts that you feel like done differently? You know, it could have went a different way. Like, give me your feedback. You know, play by play.
It was. Oh man, it's just, I feel like it just could have been done a lot better. Like I was on that call for way too long. I was on that call for 30 minutes. But I got them out of the framework of thinking they were gonna get 300,000 all the way down to 260, which was lower than the 270 and somebody else offered. So that was cool, but it's just, for me, man, I don't think I really kind of displayed a little bit. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I feel like I had them right where I needed them, but it's just like the numbers really didn't kind of line up where I really wanted them to be. I think they'll take the two. If I would have came back with 260, they would have took that. I think they thinking about the sub 2 offer right now. I think I may have to work on them a little bit more to kind of get them in that 250, 255 range.
Yeah.
But, I guess, the cards feel how they feel.
Yeah, that's definitely, and the numbers are so tight. When I looked and sorted by recent as is sales, like nothing went above 260. And so, like, honestly, we really wanted to be at like 250, to be honest. But you know, if it's in great condition, you know, who knows, right? Somebody might pick it up a little bit more. So that's kind of why I'll be like, you know, if you're within striking range, go and lock it up and let your buyers let you know, let the market tell you what it's really worth. So I think he did a great job. And then they never really gave feedback on how if they would consider novation, honestly. You might want to kind of lead with that, or just asking like, hey, is that something you would even consider? And I want to say Sterling said that that's what he thought he could get him to, and I think it could go as an ovation.
Oh, 260.
Yeah, I think on the open market. But the thing is, right, with novations, like if I'm not making 30K, I don't even want to risk a novation, right? So the question is like, would it sell at 290? It's possible.
I almost have to sell it almost 295, 300 for you to make 30 though.
Right. So yeah, we would want to see what it looked like and all that. But man, you did a good job, you know, pushing them all the way through. You know what I mean? And I think it went longer too because you had both decision makers. So like that's gonna happen. So
yeah, and that's it. That always doesn't always happen too. So I was like, oh snap, she finna get on the phone. Oh man, yeah, this is finna go down. So yeah, it just, you know, it is what it is. The chill fail, and you know, we gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
Back now.
Yeah, and then let me know if you do end up wanting to put together a creative offer for it.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I think she's definitely thinking. They're definitely thinking about the sub 2. They're definitely thinking about that. But will the sub 2 work for numbers? It all comes down to numbers, people. So, you know, I think I really like. I want some give me the number, so I can know where I can shoot to, and then let's ride from there. You got any feedback from me, Brandon? Before we get to the next one?
No, I think it was great. I know
if I'm your closer in your company and you heard that call, what you saying?
There's nothing that I would really say. I mean, the thing that I had pulled up, and it's tough when you're on the phone, is like, how would I craft that offer to really give them a feel what the sub 2 would look like? And there was a few things that I kind of pushed you to talk about giving them a feel, because what you almost did was offer them a sub 2 and where we're going to flip it. Not that we're going to hold it long term. And so if you're going to flip it, then you should give them a quick out, like 2-3 years, maybe 5 max. And so like that was one thing I wanted to make sure that you address. Like it could be a quick, you know, turnaround so you guys can get it paid off. And so, you know, just making sure that you add in that little detail, and then definitely, like I said, getting off with the, you know, with the PITI and the mortgage balance is super important. So like you got everything that you needed to, you know what I mean? I think it was great. I think you handled it well. A great engagement with both of them, which is, you know, tough to do at times, right? So no, it was a great call, man. It was real good.
All right. You got another one? You want me to go ahead and hit another one?
Yeah, I got one. Another one somebody sent in. Let me see who it is, who sent it in. But this one was, and if I don't get, if like more than 2 people don't pick up, you could just start calling. Keep calling. Let me see if I can get this lady on the phone. If there's any questions in the chat that you see that you want to answer, feel free.
I cannot believe that.
Don't beat yourself up, man. I
can't believe that. But so 260 go work on it, because I'm calling them back. See, that's
cash offer is tough. And you tell me, if you look and see that you think that they could sell it, you know what I mean? If you get them at 260, then we're looking to sell it what, 270, 275 minimum, right?
So yeah, it's got to be 250.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing that was going like that. You know, but at the same time, the pictures on that property were nice, and I don't know how recent they were. So, you know, if it does still look like that, it might be able to sell for 270. Buy and hold. Why is this lady not pulling up? I'm gonna just
let me see.
7, 6, 7, and then let me reset the room to. I'm gonna just call from my personal phone. All right, real quick, guys. Look, this is closing conversation. If you're just joining, Kurt just got a great call on the line, where you actually talk the seller through a few different options. And that's exactly why we do this, so that you guys can hear and see how we negotiate. This particular call that he just got off, it was both the husband and the wife. So how he maneuvered and kept them both comfortable and laughing, super, super important. I hope that gives everybody confidence. A lot of the leads that we're calling today are being generated through OfferBolt, which is a software that we're using to text sellers using AI and chatbots. You can learn more about it at offerbolt.io. If you go to my IG, there's a link in there where you can learn more and actually, join and tap in with us there. And then, of course, big shout out to all of you famers in the chat. Appreciate you guys for showing up. And if you aren't part of the U, what are you waiting on, right? You definitely want to join. I think this is the best coaching program in the whole country, damn near the whole world. So make sure you guys tap in with us, like and subscribe the chat. We're about to jump into the next call. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesday at 12 noon, Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Let me see if I get this one to pick up.
Hello?
Hey, Ms. Diane.
Yes.
Hey, this is Brandon from Nationwide Fast Offer, giving you a shout back about Harper Road.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm well.
Awesome. Well, I know my partner had sent over some notes and mentioned that you were interested in an offer for the property.
Yes, we're working with a realtor now.
Ooh,
we
break
are.
my heart.
Yeah, we're gonna get it listed at the end of March, beginning of April.
Okay, so if you were to receive an as-is offer, no realtor fees, no commissions, we pay all the closing costs, would you even consider that at this point before listing?
It depends on the amount.
Yeah. Did your realtor already give you a list price?
We kind of talked over comps and all of the work that me and my husband have done to the property over the years of having it in the area. So we have like an estimated price point. We just haven't officially listed yet because I did a down payment program with Atlanta Housing Authority. Okay. So I have to meet with them in March to pay them the percentage of the grant that I owe them before I can officially list.
Got it. Well, look, I mean, we love to, swoop in these situations and offer a cash offer, which is just a lot cleaner, where we can kind of be in and out, give you exactly, what you're hoping to get if it's within our ballpark, where you don't have to worry about, it going on the market and sitting. The only thing that I would want to know off the bat is just, where that kind of target price is for you guys.
Our price point that we discussed that we were going to list in was going to be in the mid 300s. So if it's within that price point, I'd definitely be open to discussion. But if it's not in that price point, then it wouldn't even be worth the conversation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I'm familiar with the area, so I could probably get you a feel for where we would come in at. Is somebody living there right now?
Yeah, me and my husband are living here with our children.
Okay.
And then, of course, like from when I originally purchased the property in comparison to now, we've done a lot of upgrades as it relates to like roof, new windows, AC upgrades in the house. And then we've completely redone our backyard. Like we've knocked down all the trees.
Nice.
Dirt back here, leveled at the yard. So the yard is completely usable. We've gotten a new patio as well. So we have like fruit trees back there, trampoline, sheds. And we're on an acre of land. So
that's perfect. Yeah, no, I think that makes sense why you guys would be kind of in that mid 250. Are you like in the low to mid 250s, or are you like right around 350?
I didn't say 250.
I'm sorry, 350. I meant 350. Yeah. Are you in the low to mid 300 range, or are you wanting to list at 350?
We want to list at 350, and we don't want to go below like 325, 330.
Got it. And then after commissions, let me see that. What does that look like? You're probably walking away. Let's say it's at 340. After 6%, you're probably walking away with like 320 at 340.
I'm sorry, I think the phone went out at that last part. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, so I was saying after commissions, you would probably be at about 20K less than, if you started off at 340 at the list price, commissions, closing costs. So I think if we can get into that low to mid threes, it might work out. I mean, it sounds like a great home and everything that you guys have done to it. Is there a reason why you're considering selling at this point?
We are moving abroad, and I just don't want any ties to. I just want to kind of move and go, and whenever we decide to come back to the U.S., we'll just start fresh.
Yeah, it's funny. I've caught my wife watching some of those like why you should move abroad videos on YouTube. So it definitely sounds like a great plan. We got a lot of kids too, so I'm like, I don't know if we're ready to do that right now, but maybe in a few years.
Yeah, we have a bunch of kids too. We've just grown with the house. When I bought the house, it was one kid, and now we're all the way up to 4. So it's time. If we weren't moving abroad, we'd probably stay a few more years and let the value grow a little more. But it's just our plan over the next year. So we're just kind of starting with the basics of getting the house sold.
Okay. So yeah, well, look, knowing what you guys' goal is and what you're planning to do, that kind of helps me streamline kind of where my offer would be. The only thing I think that will work would be either a cash offer. Sometimes we do work with homeowners. It's a slightly longer close. Well, we'll kind of get it list ready and then put it on the market. But I don't think that that'll work for you guys if you want to kind of make a clean break before you move. So I'm going to put my pen to paper because low to mid threes is, I think, a great retail number. And I think that it will sell. I see something that just sold on Browns Mill Road for 330. And another on Polar Rock Road for 344. So I think you're in the right ballpark, but that's definitely, we're looking for value add projects. And so something that we can come in and we can fix it up. We can beautify, get it showroom ready, and then list it ourselves. Or we could just take it over as a rental, but usually that's still less than the retail price. But if you guys have fixed everything and got it all ready for listing, I think that you're in the right space to get this thing sold.
Yeah, I mean, there's minor things like, of course, like paint, carpet, but those things are minor that you would do that we would do in any situation when we purchased the house. We kind of did those minor things from jump. So, I mean, but paint and carpet is nothing that is, going to kill us because we did the floors as well. We've done hardwood. We put new tile in the bathrooms. We've actually built an actual second bathroom correctly. It was, when we purchased it, it was technically a 3-bed, 2-bath, but the second bath wasn't properly constructed right. Mm-hmm. So we upgraded that in the process and, put proper laundry and everything. And so it's definitely turnkey ready outside of those minor things.
Kurt, go on and get the next one ready. I'm about to get off of this.
Inside the house, outside the house is beautiful. It's, my husband, he does the yard work. Nice. It's actually a beautiful property. If our family hadn't grown so much and we wasn't planning on moving abroad, we just would have kind of just stayed here and wrote things out. Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely. Are you guys from Atlanta originally?
Yeah, my husband is, and I've been here for about 18 years now. So
Yeah, you're from the A.
So we're graduated college here. All my kids were born here. My husband's born and raised here. So, Atlanta is home base, absolutely. But,
Yeah, because I'm like you. I'm not trying to move nowhere. This is definitely home base, and it's going to be that way for a minute. So, but you guys have a great opportunity ahead of you. Super excited for you and the family. I'm going to look at this a little bit further, but I will look at this as like a longer term buy and hold. I think that the numbers are a little tight for me there,
Okay.
but if I can make it work, I'll reach back out and give you a call and follow up. One more quick question. Did you already sign the listing agreement or an agent engagement letter?
No, we haven't signed any documentation. A realtor is just a friend of the family.
Okay.
So
is she a full-time realtor?
I don't know. I need to ask my husband that. It's his grandfather is a retired broker.
Okay.
So it's a friend of his. I need to figure that out.
Yeah, I would say that just because I've heard a lot of stories, in this business, working with folks that will list with the family friend who's a realtor who's not necessarily full-time, and then the house sits, it's not being marketed properly, et cetera, et cetera. I was just gonna ask because my wife, like I said, she's with Keller Williams West Atlanta, and she does this full-time. So I didn't want to know if I'm kind of trying to get a feel if you wanted to consider any other agent's opinions on kind of listing and what that looks like and what she could do for you.
I'm not against it. I just kind of I would want to talk to my husband first just to kind of get his thought process on it all.
Okay.
He's not, like I said, this is a connection through his grandfather. So he's not, he's all about taking care of business. So it's not, it's not a personal matter for him either.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a closed discussion, of course. It's I'm open.
Okay. Well, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll connect you with her as well, and maybe she could just ping you in a few days to see if you guys have decided to move forward with the family friend, and if so, no worries. But if you guys do want somebody who's professional, is doing this full time, she's list all my properties over the last 10 years. And she gets them sold. So, just to give you another option.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah. And then again, my name is Brandon. I really, really appreciate your time. Yeah, best of luck. I'm super excited for you guys.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Diane.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Cool. Are you live, Kurt?
Anyway, I got 19 properties. I mean, just like having one bad one, no big deal.
Yeah.
Move on.
What were you thinking that you need to walk away with on this one?
Well, I don't know. I'm just sitting there figuring, it probably ain't worth selling, because if it's worth $125,000, which I know you wouldn't give me that much for it, should I get $1,500 a month out of it? That's probably 12% interest. That's 12% of my money. So for that kind of little bit of money that I get out of it, I think I don't know. It just seems more sense to try and run it again for $1,500. I mean, how can you get $1,500 a month any better than having $125,000 invested?
No, I completely understand that. I mean, unless you try it again and put yourself in the same situation, I mean, you're still not getting the $1,500.
Well, it's true, but I mean, just like I said, I got 19 rentals. So I just bought 3 brand new houses, 2 pre-construction too. So I got them to deal with now too, to get them rented. So I'm not hurting. So like I said, you wouldn't even come close to probably giving me $125 for it.
No, I don't. I mean, you being an investor and myself being an investor, you obviously, that would be kind of pretty much tough to pay retail on a property that, obviously you're not making, the rate of return off the bat. I'm pretty much upside down in the property, considering that I'm pretty sure it needs some rehab to it anyway. So no, I wouldn't be at 125, just being completely honest with you.
You'd be 90,000 or something like that. Like I said, for that kind of money, I want to leave it sit there and run it again for $1,500 a month. I mean, that's better than 12%.
Yeah, and you know what? I may not just be the right buyer on this one, man, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Did you have another property that you may have considered selling?
Well, I've got 2 of them that I tried to sell too, but I didn't really try very hard. I mean, a guy just called me up and I told him to go look at him, and everything, and he offered me it was two together, and it was a lump sum deal. But he took pictures of the inside, and then what he did is he more or less give me an offer, which was always good with, and it more or less give him the okay to go inside, So what he did is he called a couple of realtors around here, investor brokers around here, to went in there and tried to sell it before he even bought it from me. So I thought that was kind of crappy. So I kind of bailed out on him.
How did you figure out about that, man? You must be pretty big in the area.
Well, I just happened to figure it out. I mean, he happened to tell me that the builder was going to go by and see if he could build a new house over there. Well, when I talked to her, the girl over there, the lady over there, she's been there 24 years, and he said, no, she just came in the house and looked around. And I thought, well, you just kind of screwed yourself a little bit. And then the other house, he told me he had somebody going through to just see what he needed to do as far as fixing it up, and reselling it. So I went over there. I met him over there at 11 o'clock. And she had an appointment for 11 o'clock, and they went in there, and they didn't look like they were in suits, and it didn't look to me like a girl and a guy. It didn't look to me like they were in there looking for stuff to do, So I asked him, I stopped and asked him, I says, you guys going in there just to see what you need to do? And she said, no, we're going to go in there and see how much we can give for it. I said, so you're trying to buy it? And she said, yeah, we're trying to buy it. Is that okay? And I said, yeah, that's fine, So what he did is he took those people in there and see what they would give him for it, and he was going to try to make $20,000 just on the phone,
Okay.
Well, people do that. I mean,
I got it. And you know what? I won't say that I haven't bought properties from other people that tried to sell them to me, but man, I am looking to purchase 2 this month so I can kind of move some money around. Man, if you don't mind, can I take a look at those addresses and see what's the best I can do on them?
Well, if you want to go by and take a look at them, like I said, they need a lot of, the one house we agreed on the 306 Valley View and 30.
Partner, I have my partner Brandon Barnes. He actually is in that Georgia area. So he pretty much Chattanooga area, he pretty much takes care of all this stuff for us out there in that office. So I mean, we're real cash buyers, man, and I can serve you a proof of funds or whatever we need to do for you to feel comfortable with me.
Well, I didn't want to waste your time. You come up there from Alabama, and if you had somebody locally you want to go by and take a look, it's fine.
Man, I fly out to Tennessee often. Chattanooga area, Memphis, we do deals all over the Tennessee area, so that's not a problem for me. You let me take care of that part, and let's see what we can do about the numbers. What's that address so I can take a look at it?
Pre-built house over here in this subdivision. I bought 3 of them over there. I was gonna have intention to sell both of them and then go over there and divide that up and then buy 2 more over there. Say, put 50% down on each one of them and buy 2 more. I'm 73 years old. I'm kind of tired of going in and fixing and everything. And I thought this way here I could buy a good 10 years without having to do any major stuff on these houses.
No, I got you. You know what? I actually just sent that over to Brandon and see if we can kind of work up some numbers real quick on on pretty much like a base of what we think we could pay for it, because all of our rehabs look the same. So no matter what the house looks like on the inside, every house that we do looks the same floor, same paint, same roof, everything. How much was the price on both of them that you were kind of thinking that you were okay with?
I was looking for $375 for the 2 of them.
$375 for both of them. Okay. If you could hold on 1 second for me, let me stick my head in Brandon's office real fast, since he's actually here with me today. And let me see how close or if I can even come up to the 375, so I'm not wasting your time. And then if I am in striking distance or completely right on money for it, I would like to send somebody out there to take a look at it, send me some photos, and then we can kind of see what about wrapping this up.
Yeah, we got photos of the inside. That guy.
Can you send them to me? Can you send them to me real fast?
Well, my wife is not here right now, but she can. She's gone right now, but I could have her send them to this number, I guess.
Yeah, this is actually my cell phone, so it's directly to me. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Brandon's pinging me right now. Let me see about what he thinks on this 375 and see how close we can get to it. Okay.
All
right, 1 second.
Did he send you the other address?
I can't hear you, Brandon.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Still can't hear you. Just let me know. Yeah, I don't know. You gonna text me? Let me know thumbs up, thumbs down.
What's the second address? Hey, can y'all hear me in the chat?
It's right beside each other.
It's
306 and 307 Valley View, correct?
306 and 308.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I think it's good. Just lock it. Anchor.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Thomas, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Kind of speaking to Brandon on this one. You know what? Kind of speaking to Brandon on this one. When you were taking a look, and they're both vacant at the moment, correct?
No. They're both rented right now, and that's what I did after I decided that I wasn't going to take their offer over there. He just, he backed out on his end, and so what I did is I went by, and the one lady's been there 24 years, and I went $50 up on her rent in 24 years. So I told her, I said I was going to sell the property. I said, this is what I'm going to do. I said, I'm going to raise your rent to up $200. And I said, and I went next door and I raised theirs $400. So, and they're still under market value as far as rent goes. And so that's an extra $600 in my pocket a month. I told them, you guys can leave anytime you want to. You pay by the week anyway. You can go anytime you want to. One pays every other week. The other one pays by the week. I said, you can leave anytime you want to. I don't need a 30-day notice. And I figured I'd just go in there and clean it up myself and put a sign out front or something,
Yeah,
that's my guess. So I don't know if they're sticking around or not. Their rent goes up the first of April. I gave them 45 days. So if they continue to pay the new price, okay. I mean, that's an extra $600 in my pocket. If they don't, I'll go in there and clean it up and do the floors and whatever it needs. It's got a new roof on. 306 got a brand new roof on. Well, a new roof on it. 2 years old. Got a metal roof on it. Got all brand new windows in it. The brick house, there's no cracks on the foundation anywhere. It just needs to be updated inside,
Yeah. No, I got you. Is that
two full baths, 3-bedroom with a great big living room, great big dining area, big kitchen, and it's got a carport. Okay. Which it needs to be painted. It needs a little tender loving care, but and it's got a bunch of stuff outside. They started out with 2 people and 1 dog in there. 2 people, 1 kid, and 1 dog, and now there's 9 people in there and 2 dogs. So they put the other dog in a outback building that's back there. They had him penned up in there. I finally made him get rid of that now. And they took everything that was in that shed and threw it outside in the backyard. So it looks bad. It looks really bad.
Yeah. Man, is the county record correct on 308? Is that a 650 square foot property?
What's that now?
On 308, is the county record correct? Is that a 650 square foot property?
Yeah, that's not very big. It's a corner lot. It's a quarter acre. It's a little more than a quarter acre, and it's on a corner lot. The lot's probably worth more than the house, but I get $900 a month out of that house. It's got a detached garage on it.
Okay. And that's what a 2. I mean, you can only put so many bedrooms in a 650. So it's what, 2 bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah, 900. Yeah, it's 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Yeah. It's got a deck on it with a detached garage, which is about a car and a half.
Okay.
It's pretty small. I mean, that's the lot is worth probably more than the house is, but I don't know.
Nah, for a 600 square foot, golly, we don't even typically buy houses unless they're like in a bigger package, and that's just like one of the outliers. when it's that small, because sometimes what our model is we'll go and fix it up and then resell it. I mean, you don't really get too many people on the market trying to buy a house that's 650 square foot these days.
No, it's pretty small, but it works for us. You've been there 24 years, you know.
Yeah, you know what? And so I don't waste your time on this one. All things considered, you know, and I'm just being truthfully with you on the 375. For both of those, I think that's pretty steep. I, I mean, I could go back there and just kind of see if I can solidify something with Brandon. So hold on one second, but let me talk to him real fast. Hold on one second. That 650 kind of caught me off guard. Hold on one second for me, okay?
Yeah, the other one's over 2,000 square foot, though, I think.
I got you.
The other one's pretty big. I don't know how many think it's about 2,000 square foot.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm seeing on the county record it's trying to say that the 650 one is kind of worth a little bit closer to 50 grand. So let me figure something out real quick.
50 grand.
That's what it said on the county record.
Okay. Zillow's got it at 112, I think.
Yeah, but you know what? They you know how they come up with those Zillow estimates, and it's they got these not odding people behind a computer putting numbers up, and they're not going off the real market basis. And sometimes it can be a very misleading number, but you know, I'm not trying to obviously waste your time and you kind of come out disrespectful, but I'm just going off of what's on the county record on this one.
Well, you can't go to the county record either because they got it way low too. I mean, the county record's way low. I mean, they change your tax bracket to meet that. You know, but the
lot is worth 50K.
You can't go to the county tax thing. I mean, everything is low. Then you look at the brick house or that 308. Probably the county's probably got it about 125, 130.
You know what? Let me get with him real fast because, like I said, I don't want to waste your time. Hold on one second for me, okay?
Bro, tripping. So he even told you. He said it's probably worth.
I really need to.
All right, I'm a.
I really need to hear you.
Unmute.
Jeez, bro.
Unmute the computer. So for everybody that can't hear me, so he said he say it's worth a lot.
I'm unmuted.
Value
on my side.
Lot value is
just type out where you want me to offer him, man. He said it's worth the lot value, and the lot value is 50K. I agree.
Yeah, and then
so we're saying 250.
A good comp for the house is this one, and it's sold for 235. As is, maybe 250. Maybe you could squeeze 300. So you're somewhere.
I really wish I could hear you, bro. I can't hear you. I know this is crazy. And it's like the chips are falling. How they gonna fall on just he banged on it.
So you're somewhere in between
50 to 300.
You heard me?
I'm gonna call him back.
Did you hear me? I just heard myself.
So we saying 300 max.
But you should probably be a little bit below
kind of closer to the 250. All right, I'm calling him back. Let me see.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Thomas. Hey, sorry about that, man. So
I had another phone call I had to take. So
no, I got you. And you know what? Like I said, I'm not even gonna waste your time. I'm not the highest buyer, but you better bet you I'm the buyer that's the more for sure. And whenever I do make an offer on something, I'm confident about what I'm making an offer on and what I can perform under. And man, sometimes that's just not the highest one. I think personally at 375, he put a number out there that he knew you would say yes to. And obviously that's why he was trying to go in there and see if he can get somebody else to give him a little higher and go that route. But I honestly, just by looking at everything, don't think that was going to happen. And he was eventually going to come back and renegotiate. But for me, man, I think for us, I would probably need to be considering that the county record is saying this the lot, and I agree with you. The lot is probably worth what the house is worth, essentially because it's that small. But I think, man, if I'm gonna kind of make this work, I would probably need to be anywhere between 250 and 260 on it.
250?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're good. All right. Thank you. Bye.
No problem.
That's sometimes it just fall that way.
Tough.
And so, like I said, there's 0 comps less than 750.
I can't hear. Maybe I'm gonna try to leave and come out.
Yeah. There's, for everybody that's watching, like he like sometimes you just got to back away from some of these sellers. There was literally 0 comps left less than 750 square feet, and he said it himself, like it's probably worth the lot value, and the lot value is $50K. So the other house was nice, and that's why I was excited initially. That other house, could even have an ARV, close to 4. And if you can get close to 4, I think as is, you're like in low 2s. All right, bet. Yeah. I was just repeating, like, lot value was the one, and then the other one was a nice house. That's why I was excited until he said the second address. Because that other one, I've seen some that ARVs like 450, and so you're trying to pick that up around 2 and change, then you just throw in a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe you squeeze it at 300, but then even then, like, you're still trying to play that game of like, how are you gonna resell that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, good call. And how, at the end of the day, when you get to that point, right, you just either gotta move on from that seller and go on to the next one.
Yeah, that I'm a little bit more happy on the time on that one. That was just a 15-minute call. It felt super long.
Yeah.
But
He was definitely a time waster.
Yeah. So
let me see if I can get this one. I know we're getting close to the top of the hour. But I think we got time for a few more. How many more do you have left, Kurt?
I got one more from what you got, and I got obviously a ton of what I got.
And then while I call this one, see if you can log out from OfferBoat and log back in with your email, and then you'll be able to see it.
Okay.
Woodford. Come on. OfferBoat is not pulling up the right address. Let me try one more time. I'm gonna just call my regular phone. JAMILA. There we go. All right, bet. I love that y'all keep sending leads in Atlanta. And really anywhere in the Southeast. So if you got something in South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, my sweet spot. Come on, Jamila. Let me try her again. All right, I shot her a text.
Please leave your message for 3.
I'm gonna hit her with the triple. Got to. Man, shout out for everybody being here. 60 people still rocking with us. I'm sure you guys learned a lot. that's what we do it for. Really appreciate y'all being here and supporting. So you guys can go out and handle conversations like this and get some stuff on a contract. Oh, it's Jamila. This is a solid lead too. Okay.
Please leave your
I got one more. If you don't mind.
Nah, go ahead.
That was we be trying to go through all the new leads that was submitted. I know we got some stuff that call no answer. Were you able to log in and see?
Yeah, I'm taking a look through it now, actually.
Okay. Actually, hold on. If you refresh your screen, there's two more in the live leads. I think I sent you this one. And then this one. So refresh your screen and see if you can see these.
Is it gonna be on the opportunities? Or is it lead?
Yeah. Or at least contacts. But it was those same names that I had sent you earlier, but I just added one more. It should be in the new live leads in the live lead call section. So yeah, we got 3 more. We're gonna try to get through real quick, y'all.
Okay.
hello.
Hey, Miss Lorraine,
Who's calling?
this is Brandon. I was calling back. I think my partner spoke with you the other day about Perion Drive.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a moment? I just wanted to speak to you about the property. I mean, we're looking to purchase a few more in the area, and just wanted to see if we can kind of work something out and get in the right ballpark and try to put a deal together.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. Well, yeah, he mentioned that you were interested in selling. I know there were no pictures online, but he didn't tell me how much were you hoping to get for this property.
If someone called me about it, I did give them information in reference to what I'm asking is $199.
Okay. I'm sorry. Maybe you didn't leave the that note in here, but I really appreciate it. I can really get to our ballpark really quickly, and so that we can even just talk live numbers right here on this call. Wouldn't hate to waste any time of yours. You said 190 or 199?
199.
Okay. Did you come up with that number based off of like an assessor's value or an agent? Where'd you come up with that number?
Other property, looked at other property in the area and compare them.
Okay. Great. Yeah. And I'm checking it out now. I really appreciate you sharing that with me. Is there, I think I saw that this is owner occupied. So is this their primary residence?
Yes.
Okay. The only reason I ask is because sometimes when there's tenants in the place, the properties aren't necessarily as updated as when an owner like yourself is there. So I was just trying to get a feel like the current condition. Have you done any updates in the last few years?
We painted the exterior, washed the brick down last year. It's 2020. Actually, it was 2023 because it's another year. It's 2024 and 5 now.
Yeah.
But
time's flying, ain't
we
it?
kept it up to date. We kept up, upkeep. Okay. The house is in very good condition. There's no dump. It's minimal that need to be done if you want to do some updating.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And it looks like a really nice neighborhood that it's in. And we definitely love these North Carolina properties. If you don't mind me asking, it sounds like a great home. Why would you consider selling it at this point?
Relocation.
Okay. Is that something that you're wanting to do in a specific timeline? Like, hey, I want to relocate by this summer, or is there anything in particular with when you relocate?
I only need 14 days. I have everything ready for myself. I'm good.
Okay. Cool. So look, as I was looking here, I'm seeing a few that were done. Some really nice renovations. Some homes that sold fully, kind of fixed up and ready to go, and they look like they're selling kind of in the mid 200s. And so when I look, when we based our numbers, it's really off of comps and condition, and it sounds like you've done a great job of keeping it up. But I'm sure, like, if we could come in, we would probably be looking to really, make it brand new, like you see on HGTV. That way it sells faster on the open market.
I understand what you all doing, okay?
Got it.
I asked him $199 from his property. You can give me an offer, and I don't like it, I can say no.
Well, let me.
I'm not going through with whatever all the investors doing. I don't have time to do all of that. I'm not in no desperate need. It's not going into foreclosure. I don't have to give it away.
Makes sense. I wanted to give you a feel for where our offers will probably come in at. When I look and see stuff that's fully fixed up, selling like high twos, mid to high twos, most of them are selling as is around 150, 160, maybe 170. If your home is in better shape than those, maybe we can get a little bit above that. But, if I'm looking at this as is, I think we're going to be a lot closer to around that 160, 170 mark. Is that something you would even consider?
Yes, I will consider the 170.
Okay.
But the 150, 160, no. 170, I consider that highly.
Okay. Well, we're getting somewhere. I don't know if I upset you by kind of walking through our process, but
No, no, you didn't upset me. I'm just telling you the way it is with me.
Got it.
And now you telling me what you can do, and I'm gonna tell you what I can do.
Okay. Well, I think we're in the right ballpark. I think that we're in each other's ballpark. You're kind of at the upper end of my ballpark. But I think it's something that we can maybe take a closer look at. So if you
want to, that would be fine. I understand.
Yeah. So if I came in, are you saying if the best I could do is like 162? Is that even within?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, so it has to be 170. That's the bottom line. And remind you, look, there's no closing costs. We cover all of that. We'll close on your timeline, give you time to, relocate. Sometimes we even give time after closing for you to be able to, easily move and relocate. No commissions, no nothing.
I don't need none of that. I told you what I needed, 14 days.
Okay.
I don't need none of that.
So,
I don't need none of that extra.
Right, but I guess I'm just saying with the type of offer that we get, you're literally going to walk away with that exact amount. 170 is really at the upper end. I think, and maybe I can talk to my partner and see if I can hit that number. But I was really wanting to be a lot closer to 160.
Call me back if you can. I'll be fine.
Well, hold on, because I think we're really close to making a deal work. And I just wanted to just see if my partner would agree with me if I can actually make it work at 170 on the nose. Do you mind giving me a second? I'm just gonna check with them real quick. Is it right in the next office? Okay. All right. Thank you. God damn.
Ma'am, you is too old to be that spicy. You finna give yourself a heart attack.
Extra spicy, bro. Jesus. I just sent you the address. I mean, I literally see one that sold like 160. ARV 275. This actually got one more bed room, same bathroom, and it's so as is for 160. So that's kind of where I kind of gave her like a close to the ballpark. I really needed at 150, maybe 160. She's pushing it 170. That's gonna be tough.
If you can probably do the novation at 170 for sure. But I was what I'm looking at, I would have probably tried to come in like at 140, 150.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's really the number, honestly.
Yeah.
But as tough as she was being, like, you know what I mean? I wanted to try to get as close to 200 as possible.
Yeah.
Let me see if she go for innovation.
All right.
Hey, Miss Rain.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I just spoke with my partner. You know, honestly, for our cash offer, it's really a tight squeeze. But we do have a way that we purchase homes where we will actually work with you. We'll come in. It's a slightly longer close. I know you mentioned that you could be out in 14 days. Our cash offers, we close in 30. But sometimes we're able to actually come in and, you know, make some minor repairs.
I'm not holding it out for 30 days, okay? Now we can do 15 days, 20 days, but no 30 days. I'm not doing it. On no cash offer. No.
Okay. Well, how about this? Let me I'm gonna run the numbers a little closer. I'm gonna speak to my agent that knows that area. And he's gonna give me a feel.
Emergency call coming in. I gotta take this call. You wanna call me back?
Well, I just need your email. Hello? I just need your email.
My email is mailgreen6@gmail.com. Okay, Brandon.
Thank you so much for taking some time.
She's done. I'm not laughing at
you.
I'm just
like you know, and I'm not the ultimate rapport builder, but I don't know if you could have got her to be chill. like, damn, I ain't had one of them.
I probably would have had to hit her. Let me take a sip of water.
Yeah. Bro, because look, and honestly, I've had people like that, but they usually done banged on me in the first. Like, she actually was wanting to do a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And just hot and angry the whole damn time. Like, yo.
Folks calling her off of her 110.
It's something going on. Like, and sometimes I hit that on like in the beginning of the call. Like, have you had a bad experience, man, with like another investor or something? Like, she ain't even let me get to that point, bro. Like, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
You know, honestly, since she gave me the email, I'm not sending that offer at 170. I think like it kind of goes to like if your first experience dealing with somebody is rough and a hassle, it's gonna be like that all the way through the relationship. So I really feel like I'm gonna send it at the number we needed it at, right? And if she take it, great. You know, we'll follow up. But I'm not gonna give her number because when it's time to like actually take the next step, she gonna be a handful and a half, bro. I'm not dealing with that for inspections, for buyers. She want to close in 15 days tops. No DD probably.
She ain't gonna want you to look at. She ain't gonna want your folks to walk through on their time. She gonna want to do it on her time. And that's why it's just kind of like I was speaking to my partner, not my partner. I don't have a partner, but I was speaking to a friend of mine. Shout out to Dwayne and the you. Man, it's just like, bro, like the amount of work you got to go do for 5 to 10K when half the time making 30 to 40 don't be as much work. It's just like, dude.
1000%. It always worked like that, bro. It's crazy.
That's sorry, Brandon.
Yeah, she beat me up, man. But hey, that's what we do. And look, we do this for y'all live on camera so you can see how it is out here. But you know, some of these situations, because she wanted to play ball still, I gave her the time of day. But I've definitely been on the other end of that sometimes where like I'm banging on them too. Like it just, you know, if they get wild, disrespectful. but I could tell she's probably just an older lady that just, I don't know, scorned or stuck in her ways or what, but she had a dukes up.
I'm just saying, if you listening to this, if you just by happen to catch this later, man, you need to calm down and don't be giving yourself no heart attack. You too old for that, man. If it's anybody of age watching this, we love you, we respect you, but you too old to be that hot. Like, calm down.
Wow.
Calm down.
Wow.
All right, you want me to catch one?
Yeah, we got a few more. I know we're getting close to time, but we got just a few more we could get through, like all of the recent live leads submitted. Tell me the first name of the one that you see.
Mo Owls.
Yeah, that's a tough first name, but yeah, let's try to hit him. There's Richard, and then there's Joseph. I'm gonna take Joseph, and you can take him and then Richard after that, and then we'll be done with all the recent submissions. And then we'll be calling the ones that, call no answer. We'll be recalling them through the week, leading up to Thursday, and give you guys feedback if you're submitting them.
You want me to take Richard?
Yeah, Richard, and then that other
Moel.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I got Joseph.
All right, I'm calling Moel real quick.
All right.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box.
You got me messed up.
Hello?
Mr. Moel, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Who's this?
My name is Curtis. You got a few seconds? I didn't catch you at a bad time, did I?
Yeah, you catch me back time. I'm in the bank right now. Can you call me like in 20 minutes?
Yeah, I can. Hey, and let me run this by you before so I can make sure this even worth our time to even speak. So it looks like you're speaking to a partner of mine out of my office about a property on Riviera Estates Drive.
Yes, sir. Can you call me back in 20 minutes? I'm in the bank right now.
Okay. Yes, sir. I will.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
That was a good try. What was you gonna ask him if he's interested in selling still?
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
I was so close to the camera. Oh my
god. Let me try this one real quick.
All
and
right.
then you take Richard after that.
I got you.
The Magic Jack customer you have called.
Not Magic Jack.
Shout out. Shout out to Magic Jack.
I ain't heard that one in a minute. Let me hit on one more time on the Magic Jack.
The Magic Jack customer you have called.
All right, we not triple down that. Here you go. Have Richard to pick up.
Let's see, Richard. Before I do this, let me see where's the address?
It should be in all the notes and stuff is in so contact and then do property info. Drop both of those down.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, it's weird how it's all set up.
Okay, let me see. Cause I want to make sure I got the okay, I got them. All right, Richard, I got you. Okay, 703.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Richard, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Man, you know what? My name is Curtis. It looks like you spoke to someone out of my front office about a property out there on Sheridan Farms Court in Springfield.
Yeah, but you're in Arkansas, man. That's far away from Sheridan Farms Court.
Man, you know what? I actually do have an office that's in that area. I was just taking the call because it got pushed over to me. I mean, are you considering to sell this property, or you don't like guys from Arkansas? What's going on?
Well, the fact that he pushed it on to you, he's trying to take you, excuse my French, but he's trying to take you to scrap ups. Okay. So here's where we are.
Okay.
Here's the hot deal.
Listen.
I got a estimate from Fairfax County.
Okay.
Because I had them investigate the property 3 years ago.
Okay.
And they lowered the price of the value. And today's price is $50,000 less than it was last year, more than it was last year. So it's $550,000. And I believe that the same property that I got in that same development, exact same unit. End unit, it was an end unit, just like mine, end unit. Sold for $625 about a year or two ago. So, my simple question to everybody is, you want to buy this or not? And my simple question is, it needs a lot of work. And my major question is, I have a tenant who's been there for 35 years. It's his house now. It's not mine. I just own it. So, I'll take any deal that somebody comes up with that makes sense. And I got a number in my mind. And once I get a number from somebody else, I will do a search on what everything is sold for in the area, and I'll decide whether that works or not. So, first off, one of the people said, you have 3 bedrooms and you got 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. No, I got 3 bedrooms. I got 4 bedrooms and 3 full baths in that house, which that house is primo for a bunch of young people renting it out and sharing it. And guess what? It's 12 miles from the Pentagon and 17 miles from the White House. Now, if you don't think that's primo property, it is what it is. Now, there's a lot of issues. It's never been upgraded. I have a tenant who's my friend for 30 plus years. There's no lease. We just pay week to month to month. And it needs a bunch of work done on sliding glass doors. It's like a temporary house with 2 fireplaces in it and 4 bedrooms. And you got to tear out all the carpeting. You got to change all that. You got to change out the floors in the dining room. Not the dining room, the kitchen. The kitchen cabinets are probably good to go. There's a pile of junk in the place. So somebody's got to come back and say, this is what we'll pay.
Yeah.
And this is what we'll do. And here's the deal. This guy is a lifelong friend that's renting it. So I'm not going to throw him out on the street.
Yeah.
So, and if I can make a deal with him and you give me an offer I can't refuse, we'll figure it out. And so far, in the last year or so, which I've really been exploring to selling it because I'm 78 years old. I do not want to deal with rental real property any longer. I do not want to deal with second home property, which I got one of those too. I just want to have one house and rent whatever I do.
Okay.
And collect the money from those houses and invest it whatever I deal. So if you got a deal and your guy has a deal, and I don't know what your area code was. What was your area code?
My area code? I mean, like I said, I'm in Arkansas, but I mean, we purchase properties all through the Virginia area.
What number did you call from? So I can remember you if you call me back.
Oh yeah. That's going to be an easy one to remember. Mine is 870. And
okay.
I'll probably be the only person ever calling you from an Arkansas number.
Nobody's ever called me from 870.
There you go. So, obviously, that'll be pretty memorable for you. But you know what? I'm sure, and I'm just taking a shot out in the dark here, that I'm not the first person to give you a call in a year and shoot you out a number, or at least try to purchase this property from you. But you seem like a super straight shooter. And it takes me I practically days and days to be able to get to somebody who will just tell it like it is. So I appreciate that. But obviously, I know you said that it needs a lot of work, but with your friend, I think, which is the most important here, what would be the best case scenario in his perspective from you just being a good friend?
Giving him either a sweetheart rental deal, which you're not going to do because he's paying way under the market. Giving him at least 6 or 9 months to get the hell out of there, or giving him the same rental deal and giving you a year to make it better.
Okay. Well,
I gave you 3 options. Number one option is you give me a price and then he got 6 months to leave. Number 2 is you give him an option to stay and renovate the deal at a current price.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3 option, I forgot.
No, don't worry about it. I think for us, and I'm just being super realistic here, is that I think the best option that we would choose if I'm given a choice is that we will want to give him 6 to 9 months to be able to find another place. And then that way I can ensure, you can ensure that your relation, because see, what I'm listening to is your relationship that sounds like that's really important to your friend, as it will be for mine, especially if he's been living in there for 30 to 35 years. I mean, that just makes the most sense. You guys seem like really great pals, so you don't want to just come in and say, "Hey, I sold the house. You got to get out." So,
well, I'm not going to do that.
No, I respect it. I respect it. 100%.
That's every step I've gone through. I say, "Look, give me a deal," and guess what? I don't know what your name is.
I'm Curtis. Remember, Curtis.
Curtis.
Yes,
all
sir.
Right, Curtis. Look, I bought this house brand new in 1979. And I did some improvements to the house. And I'm telling you right now, unless Donald Trump and the United States blows up the whole world, this property has nowhere to go but up in value. And there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. But I'm telling you where it is. It's 17 miles from the White House. It's 14 miles from the Pentagon. Now, if you think the United States is going to fall apart, it's a bad investment. If you think the United States is just going to keep going up and up and up, it's a great investment. because it's all brick. As far as I know, the roof is okay. It's been replaced once. As far as I know, all the bathrooms need to be redone. They need to be redone.
Okay.
Because they're Deco 1979 bathrooms. Okay, with a builder that went bankrupt when I was trying to buy the house, brand new, and so there's some stuff in these bathrooms. All the carpeting in the building's got to be replaced.
Okay.
The sliding does. There's 6 or 7 sliding
Tell
glass.
Chris to shut up.
A lot of those have to be replaced. So there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, we can't pay attention to people like him.
But in today's
I'm
world,
laughing at Chris too when I come back here too. Hey, this is your neck of the woods, Chris. He right down from the White House.
Buying a property and turning it into a rental with 3 full bathrooms and a half bath in it.
Yes.
They're remodeling everything, and guess what? I mean, in DC, really? If you can't rent it for $4,000 a month to a bunch of young guys, young girls, you got a bad rental concept.
Are you getting $4,000 a month now?
No. I'm renting it to him for $2,000 a month. Now that's a second deal.
Okay.
He gets to stay there for 6 or 7 months, and then he leaves.
Okay. Well, so I mean, obviously, it does sound like it needs a lot of work. I mean, you've been very transparent with me about that, and I appreciate that. So I mean, what number are you looking at for this property?
I don't know. I just got a tax bill for Fairfax County.
Fairfax County.
I got it today. I got it yesterday.
And what did that say?
It's worth $550,000, and I'll guarantee you right now, if somebody goes in there and looks at it and say this place is pristine, to be $700,000 or $800,000.
Well, so one thing my grandfather taught me is that I'll never argue with a man that I'm trying to do business with. And I'm actually looking in the area right now, but I'm not. It's $550,000. I could agree that they sent you that, and the property could be worth anywhere between $500,000 to $550,000 completely fixed up. And
No.
Well,
it's rated at $550,000 as it is now.
So like I said, I would never argue with a man that I'm trying to do business with. And I
Okay.
And you know what? One thing about me, I don't believe in speaking on anything that I know and feel that isn't correct. I'm just basing that off of which they are correct, of what's actually being sold in the market right here today in 2025. And like I said, it's a house down the street from yours. It looks remarkable. But they got $525 for it. So
But you give me the address of that street.
Oh, let me take a look at it. One second for me. Carrydale. Looks like one on Forest Hollow too. So
wait a minute, what 104 what?
No, it's Forest Hollow Lane. Forest Hollow.
I don't know where that is. Let me just explain this to you. This development, there's only 30 houses in it.
Mm-hmm.
They're all brick. And there's some medium-priced houses in the middle.
Gotcha.
And then around the edges are the big houses. And every one of those houses has 4 bathrooms and 3 baths.
I'm about
4
to drop
bedrooms
the
and
anchor.
3 baths.
I'm gonna wrap this on up.
And a half bath.
Because I mean,
and
obviously
there's no garages.
Yeah.
right on a main artery.
Those other 2 comps I sent you do have siding, but the only one in his complex that sold was at 435.
In 30 minutes if it's not rush hour. So, and you get Fort Belvoir in 15 minutes if it's not rush hour.
Okay.
Because the Army made Fort Belvoir their main engineering development facility. And I myself has been in the Pentagon 1,000 times.
Oh, great.
So I know how it works. And
I got one for you.
Yeah.
I got one for you. This is all brick. Sold for $595, $592, fully fixed up.
United States,
right by his house.
Power in the world. That price will be worth double what it is now in 10 years.
Okay.
Because I sold a house. I sold a house in Arlington. And I moved to North Carolina. In that house in Arlington, I sold for $610,000.
Show him that comp.
And I sold it in 2004.
Hey, I didn't mean to cut your wisdom on this. Are you familiar with Cameo Square?
Cameo Square?
Yes, sir.
No.
So
it's right next door.
It's literally maybe right behind that property or right in front of it. This house here at 8807 Cameo Square, it was sold on the market for $592,900, and it was completely fixed up with all the bells and whistles, everything brand new.
Okay, tell me how you get to Cameo Square.
Well, it looks like this one may be, if I'm just looking at the map, it looks like it's exactly right behind your property. Maybe about a street or two behind it. But I'm more than happy to share the address with you because, like I said, one thing I won't argue with nobody I'm trying to do business with, but I definitely want to
No. You know what? I'm loving this conversation because we're being even with each other. We're being straightforward.
Tell
me where Cameo Square is because if you go off King Mill Drive, which is a major road, and you make a right on whatever the hell it is, and then you make a left in the Sheridan Farms Court, and there's another place you could make a left into. And these houses, I don't think any of them would go for less than $700,000 or $800,000.
Well, you know what? I'm just taking a look what's actually sold, and I'm more than happy to send that address over to you. At 8807 Cameo Square, but it's sold on the market for $592,900. So, like I said, I definitely don't want to waste your time. But if we're having a continued straightforward conversation, and you're saying that I need to be at retail to buy a house that's gonna need to be fixed up and
well, let me tell you something.
One second. And accommodate your friend that's a tenant. I definitely don't think that I'll be the right buyer on this one.
Okay, well, you know what? We can work that too because I have to have my tenant is older than me. So if the right opportunity shows up, I will say to him, you got to go and I'll pay your first 2 months of rent.
I got you. Would the right opportunity be around 375?
No way.
Okay.
Not even close.
What's the best you can do on this one, considering that it needs some work and we got to take care of your tenant and take care of you as well?
I'm telling you what they're taxing me on.
I got you. So are you saying that I would need to be?
I just got a tax bill from Fairfax County for this year.
1 second. Let me take a sip of water. Hold on 1 second for me.
Yeah.
All right, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. But like I said, I was just while we had that video break, I just was speaking to Chris and my finance manager Brandon, and I understand what your tax value is saying. I'm not, like I said, I don't want to take up the next few minutes of your time not being the right buyer at 550. I definitely know for a fact I wouldn't be at 550 because that's a retail value for the property.
I
So
did
we'll be
not
up.
say the price was 550.
So what's the best
I
number you
said
think we
what
can
that's
be at?
we're evaluating it at.
What's the best number you think we can be at to see if we can make this work?
It's got to be more than 500.
Okay. Well, I'm not the right buyer for you, but if anything changes, you got my phone number.
All right, thank you, buddy.
All right.
Not the sip of water, bro.
Hey, that actually works though, because it calms them down. It calms you down. Y'all can just chill out. He can chill out, and that actually works. So shout out
Bro,
to
it's true, man.
yeah. It's just, I mean, but
Bro, it's true, bro.
I know y'all. But that call was only 19. I mean, it was only 18 minutes. It was just a painful 18, but it was only.
It was definitely a painful 18. That's funny. I mean, we could probably do low 400s. He's saying his bottom line is 500. It's wild.
Yeah, it's just like I'm off the phone. This is a waste of time.
With that dude, I think he's in the system, so I'm gonna shoot him some comps and just see. I'll text him some comps and then let him look at it with the Zillow link, and he'll see like this one that you told him about is all brick. It's got one extra bathroom and 200 to 300 extra square feet, sold at 592. So it's just no way.
Yeah,
there's no way.
I don't got time for that.
Keithan, we're gonna have to pull you up here.
Time to get out the phone. It was just like, man, I'm just knowing he finna say something. But when he kept on, I was like, he want 550 plus. Oh no, we got to go. This is just
it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Look, this has been great, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. We've been on here about 2.5 hours or so. And tons of value. You guys got to hear, a sub 2 deal, plenty of novation offers, a bunch of cash offers, how we negotiate, how we really build rapport. Kurt did a great job, even engaging a husband and wife couple, which is what you want, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, you want all decision makers on the phone. And so, being able to pull them in and really engage them, that was special. And look, I'm gonna always remind you guys to go out and check out offerbolt.io. That's offerbolt.io. You guys can see it in the YouTube link. And if you're not a part of the what are you doing? Because we do this every Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's a daily morning cold call replay by Kurt on the weekends. I mean, it's just value on value on value. In addition to the night calls that we do, and this is the best community for folks trying to learn how to do deals, especially in a hands-off matter, right? Because we can even work with you to get your deals closer to the finish line, get them closed, dispo them for you, everything. This is like, what are you waiting on? So really appreciate everybody being here. Again, I'm Brandon. You guys can follow back at I am B Barnes, see on the screen, and then send more offers with Brandon Barnes on YouTube and Facebook. Kurt, let them know how they can follow you.
Man, catch me at @_Kurt Corleone. And I'm just gonna leave you guys with this. Sometimes you gotta take a sip of water.
I love it. Look, I appreciate everybody for being here. Shout out to yourselves for learning, for continuing your education. Really, really appreciate y'all. Pull up on us again this Thursday evening. That's the night call when we're talking to sellers that are just getting off work for the end of the day at 5 p.m. Eastern. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all for learning and continuing education. We'll go out and crush it. Keep talking to sellers every day and make more offers. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.